What I have here, my friends, is the FireMaple Orange Gas Lantern. The company promises warmth and adjustable light for your campsite. Does it deliver? Find out in this episode. My name is Luke. This is the Outdoor Gear Review. Let's get started. If you were to purchase one of these FireMaple lanterns, this is what you would receive. The hard shell case, which is actually quite nice. Listen to that. It does rattle. So you get the hard shell case, you get the lantern itself. Additionally, with this lantern, you will receive a very small needle inside of a small little case. And basically, you can use that needle to clean the fire port on this lantern. That needle in that case is so small that I instantly misplaced it. It's somewhere in my gear room, but at the moment, I have no idea where. That's why you're not seeing it right now. Anyways, when it comes to this lantern, it is very simple. You have the adjuster on the side, you have the glass globe, which comes off. It should be mentioned, if you happen to break this, don't worry, you can purchase additionals if you need to. And here is the lantern. This connects to isobutane canisters, but if you have the adapter, you can connect these to propane. In this episode, I will connect to both. This is the FireMaple Z1 propane cylinder adapter. With the globe here, you can see that you do have a notched hole, that way you can light the lantern. It connects into the lantern itself, nice and easy. And it rotates. That way you can light it up. With the little FireMaple orange lantern, let's go ahead and put it on an isobutane canister. It screws on just like so. And here you go. This is obviously the adjuster, which can be folded out of the way for easy storage. When you turn this on, you can actually hear gas escaping. I'm going to ignite the lantern now, and I'm going to use two different means so you can see how this works and how easy it is. So to start off, let's turn it on. Lighter. Easy enough. Now, look at that flame, folks. It's shooting out of the top here. With a lighter, it can be done. If it's windy, that's a little bit difficult. Now let's use a torch. Nice and easy. If you have ever used an isobutane lantern before, the first thing that really stands out is the size of the flame. This is massive. I mean, it easily sticks out of the top here, and we're talking about a flame that's about 4 inches long. Of course, this can be adjusted. You can see how it's being influenced by the wind. To correct that, rotate the globe. Now, it's not being influenced by the wind other than the top part. With the globe rotated like this, you cannot blow out this flame. So you can have a very small flame or a really high one. At the highest setting, this is the flame output with isobutane. Now let's switch over to propane. We are going to use the adapter here. Alright, let's light this up, everybody. The sound of the gas is much more intense than the isobutane. Holy shit. Wow. That is not what I expected. That is incredible. I'll stand in front of this flame here so you can see just how crazy this is. I mean, that's got to be about 8 inches. I mean, that's crazy. Naturally, you can adjust it. With isobutane, that's about the height of it there. With propane, that's crazy. crazy, and it puts out a ton of heat too. Wow. And of course you can turn this down. On propane, it's much more sensitive than the isobutane. Little adjustments do a lot. I'll tell you what, everybody, before I begin with my pros and cons for this lantern, let's go over some stats real quick. So when it comes to the weight of the lantern itself, it is 4.3 ounces. The case is 2.2 ounces. And together, it is 6.5 ounces on my scale. When it comes to the size, the dimensions of this lantern, it has a height of 5.4 inches. It is 3 1/4 inches wide when you have the adjuster in play. Without it, it's 2 inches wide. Again, this runs on isobutane and propane. If you want to use propane, you do need the adapter. When it comes to the materials, you're looking at aluminum, stainless steel, and you do have the glass globe, in addition to some plastic. The lantern is available in 3 colors. The company calls this the orange lantern because it was initially offered in one color, which they call orange. Luckily, there's other colors to choose from. We have black, and there's also red. As far as cost goes, the retail price is $40, but at the time of filming, you could pick this up for 27 bucks. That takes us over to the pros and cons that I have for this lantern, starting with the pros. So right off the bat, the quality of this product is very good. Also, like, the unboxing experience is very nice. The company has spent a lot of time on the packaging. It's a very nice experience, especially compared to some other lanterns. Even though the price is not very high for this lantern, the packaging makes you feel like you're getting something that is really premium. As far as the lantern goes, the globe goes, there's no issues here. Everything's smooth, no rough edges, the quality's good. And that takes us over to the next pro that I have for this. I've had no issues when operating this lantern. So far, the functionality of this has been excellent. The lantern offers a ton of power, not only in terms of brightness, but also heat generation. Even with the flame this low, it's putting out quite a bit of heat. Now with propane, you can crank this up and it puts out a ton of heat. It's crazy, actually. As far as noise goes, at this level here, you could barely hear it. If you crank it all the way up, you definitely do. I mentioned a little while ago that most isobutane lanterns do not put out much light, and that is true. Take the Snow Peak lantern for an example. It puts out a very small flame that offers very little light and also very little heat. So little light, it'd be hard to read by it, but with this lantern here, you can easily read by this. This, without a doubt, puts out a lot of light. And in my opinion, that makes this more usable. You can actually use this inside of your cabin, inside of your tent, even inside of your vehicle. In other words, this puts out usable light, more than just like ambiance with like the Snow Peak lantern. The hard case that is included is very nice. This offers a ton of protection for the lantern itself. It would have been nice if there was some sort of inner on this that would protect the lantern from shaking and rattling. But as it is, it's a hard case and that's it. Unless you personally do something with this case, the lantern is going to rattle inside of it. The next pro that I have for this lantern is fuel efficiency. This lantern will run literally forever on a fuel canister like this. But let's say we're talking about isobutane. Even then, we're talking about a ton of runtime. I have read online that it consumes 1 gram of fuel per hour. Is that accurate? I have no idea. Again, these canisters run for so long, I'm not going to sit around and watch it and tally it up. Speaking of using this lantern and fuel, what I like to do is this. Think of those situations where there's too little fuel inside of the canister to take it with you on your trip, but there's still too much to throw it away. That's when these lanterns really come into play. You can put it on there and you can use up all of the fuel. That way you don't have almost empty gas canisters laying around taking up space, or you don't have to just simply throw them away. Running a lantern like this is a great way to use up the last bit of fuel inside of your almost empty canisters. As you all have seen, this lantern is very easy to use. It's also easy to ignite and to adjust. As far as the overall appearance of this product goes, I do like it. As far as portability goes, it's lightweight and also compact. Next, my friends, I have to say it's very comforting sitting around a lantern like this. The flicker of the light, it's like being around a candle. When you have this going inside of your tent, your vehicle, maybe it's outside on the table, it is very comforting. As far as the price goes for this lantern, it's very fair. There are without a doubt more expensive lanterns out there that put out less light than this one here. The next pro that I have for this is the fact that FireMaple offers this in numerous colors. Thank goodness. The orange color, I personally do not like it. It is, well, I'll let you all finish that sentence for me, but luckily there are other colors available. The next thing that I like about this lantern is that it puts out quite a bit of heat, even when you're running isobutane. As you've seen with propane, it puts out a ton of heat. That could be dangerous, be careful. The amount of heat coming from this lantern can make a noticeable difference inside of your tent. The fact that this lantern runs on dual fuel is awesome. If you're backpacking, you can use Isobutane. If you're out camping, you can use propane. The last pro that I have for this lantern is the glass globe itself. Because you can rotate it, you can block out most wind. That, my friends, takes us over to the cons that I have for this lantern. The first con is the flickering light. If you don't mind the flickering, this is going to be a great product for you. If you do mind, you may want to find something that has a mantle instead. A lantern like that's going to offer you more consistent light with no flickering. And also, it will be brighter. One con that I have for this lantern is the fact that it rattles inside of the case. Luckily, you can fix that. You can take paper towels, stuff it in there, and take care of that problem. But it is something that you need to be aware of. The biggest con that I have for this lantern is the fact that there's no built-in igniter. This is 2023 going into 2024. There's really no reason why this lantern does not have a built-in igniter. If it did have one that was built in, it would make the entire lighting process much easier. That right there wraps up the cons that I have for this lantern. In the end, I really do like this product. I like it when it comes to running on butane. I love it when you're running it on propane. There is a massive difference between the two fuels. In the end, everything that FireMaple promised for this lantern is accurate. Adjustable light, plenty of light. It releases some heat which you can use to your benefit in the colder months. The lantern itself is lightweight, it's compact. You can use this inside of your tent, inside of your vehicle, in your off-grid cabin, and so on. You can have one of these just in case the power goes out. While I did have some minor cons for this product, there's nothing major here. In the end, I can easily recommend this. This, my friends, is a nice lantern. It's well built, well designed, works well, the quality is good, it's lightweight, compact, and it does everything that you would want from a lantern. Before I go, I will say this. It looks like most of the products that FireMaple offers, they are relabeled products. That means that if you go on Amazon looking at camp lanterns, you will find a ton of models that look just like this, with some of them being even less expensive than this model here. The only real difference between those and this one appears to be the logo. I can't promise you that the quality is the same, but I can tell you the design looks to be identical between this one and the others that are available on Amazon. If you're looking to save a few bucks, you may want to check them out. Folks, if you enjoyed this episode, hit the thumbs up. It does help the channel quite a bit. If you have any questions, feel free to comment down below or shoot me a message. I am always here to help. Everybody, take care, be well, strength and honor. That is ludicrous, my friends. That's funny. Bye, everybody.